Hi, good day, guys. I'm back again with another video on our disruptive innovation channel. Um, from my first episode, I tried to highlight the fact that we we need to understand the elements of how to spot or how to come up with a specific innovation or how innovation works or what innovation is about. So I'm basically going to continue from where I left off. And um, today I just want to um, focus a little bit more on uh, problem identification, meaning for you to come up with some kind of an innovation, you need to first find or um, um, see a gap or find a problem. So if you're able to find a problem and you found a gap somewhere, um, it becomes more easier for you to be able to come up with a specific problem. So let me just give you a bit of a background on what we do at my company. We basically go out and look for problems. And as a tech company, we develop innovative new ideas by simply combining online and offline solutions. And we mainly focus on technology. This is very important to solve the socio-economic problems. So this means we go all out, we search for problems, we find problems, and we work on um, um, the solutions. But technology is the core of our solutions, meaning we we are not working on developing specific solutions if we are not sure or we haven't went deeper into the specific pain that a particular customer or a group of people are going through, which is the problem. So today I want to specifically focus on that, says that we take it from our first episode to work on your your ability to identify problems. So as and when you do your things, make it a habit to look for problems in the society, look for problems in your workplace, wherever you are, whatever you do. There's always problems everywhere. So today I want to take an example from power generation. Um, when you look at how, because I'm not that old, and there's certain technologies that we found in existence when we were born, 25, 30, 35, 40 years ago, and they're still they're still working even today. They're still undisruptible, so to speak. So there's no one who has ever come up with a particular disruptive solution or innovation to actually disrupt that particular technology. And if you look at our economy today, there's too many that you can spot that have never been challenged. Example, power generation. If you look at how power is being generated, let me sit like this. Yeah. If you look at how power is being generated from power stations, more specifically coal-fired power stations. coal-fired power stations are power stations that use fossil fuel to generate electricity. Then there's nuclear power stations, which is using uranium. I think it's uranium 263 or 236. That we will talk about that in another episode. So most of our electricity or power that we consume in this country, it's coming from fossil fuel, which are coal. So coal-fired power stations are mining coal, and they burn it to generate electricity. But this is what happens at the power station. They basically, okay, before I get to that point, there's something called the law of thermodynamics, which states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Meaning you can only move or change one state or one form of energy to another. You can move or change energy from one form to another. That means if you want to utilize the energy that is coming from fuel, you cannot destroy that energy that you find in not from fuel, from coal. Rather, you cannot destroy that energy. You can only transfer or transform it from fossil fuel to any other energy that you want to transform it into. Now, I've been thinking and looking at the power station model and setup. That I think they are transforming energy in 4 segments or 4 types, from fossil to chemical, from chemical to fossil to heat to chemical, chemical to mechanical, then mechanical to electrical energy. So it's actually is it 5? No, it's 4, because electrical energy is the end product. So I was thinking that when I was born, I found coal-fired power station. Most of the coal-fired power stations across the country were built and were designed and built before I was born. Most of them are in Mpumalanga province. Limpopo, we have 2. One which is Matimba Power Station. I think it was built around 84, 87, somewhere between 84 and 87. And those power stations are using old technology. Hence, today they're trying to enhance or refurbish them into a bit more newer technology-driven plants. So think about it. If you really want to get your mind into being able to spot problems as and when you do your things without you thinking about it, this is how you start. You look at the existing systems in the economy and how long have they been there. And the next question will be, had this existing solution ever been disrupted somehow? And if your answer is yeah, well, maybe there could be a chance for you to innovate around that particular problem. So law of thermodynamics says you cannot destroy or create energy, but you can change it from one form to another. Look at what power stations are doing, coal-fired power stations. They take fossil fuel and convert it into heat energy by burning it. When it burns, and then they convert it into chemical energy by boiling water and generate superheated steam. And then the superheated steam gets nozzled or propelled into what is this thing? This thing that turns the generator. What do they call it? I forgot this thing that turns the generator. So the superheated steam turns this thing. It's more like a giant wheel with some fairings on it. So the steam blows this wheel, turbine. It's called the turbine. Yeah, the steam blows this turbine. Then the turbines turns the generator. Turbines looks more like an aeroplane engine. If you know what an aeroplane engine is, just below the wings of the aeroplane, there's this big big or giant wheels that turns. If the aeroplane is stationary, that giant wheel looks like it has some fairings on it. Yeah, a turbine looks similar to that thing. So if it gets blown by a superheated steam, because the steam is being nozzled and diverted in a particular direction, it's able to turn the turbine in a required speed, and that turbine is able to mechanically now turn the generator, and the generator generates electricity. So it's four energies that are being converted from one form to another. That means it's highly possible for someone out there in South Africa, because you guys know that South Africa is one country where things are happening. South Africans are doing amazing things and great things. So I believe someone out there in South Africa could wake up one day and come up with a disruptive innovation to remove one or two conversion, or one or two methods to convert these energies from one form to another, because it's costly to convert all these four energies from one form to another. So why can't we find a way to remove one, maybe later remove the second one, such that it becomes cheaper and more profitable to generate electricity? Because now it's expensive due to the fact that you have to now drive or convert four different energies from one form to another. Well, how about we take out the coal part? How about we take out the turbine part? I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's possible now, but I'm just saying it's highly possible for someone to come up with a very highly disruptive innovation that could replace one or two forms of energy that we're currently using to generate electricity, and replace it with one form of energy conversion that is gonna replace the current solution. And that's how you basically come up with innovative solution, because you've identified the gap, you've identified the problem, you are able to come up with a specific solution. So mostly because the world is moving in another direction, technology is always gravitating on, leveraged on, for us to be able to build disruptive, innovative solutions. So I think that's it for today. I'll pick your brain again sometime next week. I had a problem with my camera, so I'm using my phone today. But I hope you guys are able to interact with me on my channel, are able to add more on how you see and how you understand disruptive innovation, so that we grow and we are able to share information as such. So I think next week I'll be able to share some more information as and when we build and grow this channel, for many of us to be able to grasp informative information on where you can get support programs for your innovative ideas, no matter how small it is. My brother, my sister, you never know what's in store for you out there. So more is still coming from me, based on the things that I've been doing, based on the things that I'm still going to do, and the things that I'm currently doing. So thank you very much for being part of this channel. Let's grow this channel together. Share, like, subscribe, and what's the other one? Share, like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, mostly comments. I would like to see your comments. I would like to interact with you guys. I would like to be criticized, such that I'm able to pick one or two gaps and come up with another innovative idea. So thank you. See you next week.